Hello everyone. I'm super excited. I have Josie Tong. I'm going to be interviewing her here for my blog, and also we're streaming live on Facebook and probably YouTube as well later on. So I'm just going to start the streaming on Facebook. And I'm going to make a quick introduction. Just a second.
Amazing with technology, what we can do, hey, Anna?
Yes, let's hope this works. Did it go live? Okay. We should be live. Yes. Amazing. So thank you so much for joining me, Josie. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're doing an interview. I've never met you personally, but I really admire you ever since you joined our company and everything that you've done. And hopefully we're going to be able to share some of your story and your success here with everyone that's watching. So Josie and I work for the same network marketing company, and she's actually in Australia. She's originally from Philippines. She moved to Australia to study nursing 39 years ago and stayed there. She's a mother of two daughters. I'm going to ask you how old are they, because I'm always interested to know, because I write to help moms on my blog. So this is like meant to help moms to have options, to have, not to rely on working like 50-60 hours a week like we all did, and just have a lot of stress, because there's definitely better way. And we definitely found this, and Josie did some amazing things that she's going to share with us. And I did not know, she just shared the bio with me, but I did not know that she was actually diagnosed with breast cancer, and that was a big scary moment in her life, and she wanted to see her daughters grow up. So she was looking for a different way besides nursing, like we all were, and she's done some amazing things in Lifevantage. She's originally from Philippines, and we are actually, it's a big secret, but I can, I guess, give a hint that we're going to be launching in Philippines soon. So I'm super excited. I know lots of people from there, and I know how hard it is. I'm connected with lots of people who are from cruise ships, who are now waiting for cruise ships to reopen, to start cruising again, and they're really struggling over there. So I'm looking forward that I can help them. So Josie, it's a really pleasure to have you here. So tell us a little bit more on what I missed about your background. How did you, about your daughters? That's what I would like to know, and just the life, how it is in Australia right now.
Well, thank you so much, Anna, and for inviting me to come here and provide a bit of value and a little bit of my story and my journey to your audience. So originally from the Philippines, as Anna said, I've lived in Australia since I was 20 years old. So that was 40 years ago. And I tell you, one of my dreams was to be a nurse, but my parents couldn't afford it. So I went to university through a scholarship. But little did I know that I, was given an American nun, in fact, to be able to be the instrument for me to be coming here. So I studied nursing, and my expertise is aged care management. So I worked as a director of nursing for 17 years, and I love my job. If anyone here love your job, you know that you're not putting in 40 hours, you're putting in more than that. So I was a workaholic and was putting so many hours in my job because of the responsibility that I had. And I tell you what, I just posted today about my story, where when I left that job, I was replaced by 2 full-time people. And that's how I never realized how much I was working until I was down on the floor at the age of 46, completely burnt out. And I decided I'm going to resign from my job. But what was the awakening for me was I realized that I was really not present when my kids were growing up. So I was 40 when I had my first one. She's going to be 21 this year, and I was 43 when I had my youngest, and she'll be 18 in a couple of weeks. And I tell you that, even though I was blessed to have them in my 40s. I didn't realize until I was down on the floor what happened to me, that their growing up years was in a blur. I couldn't remember when they first walk and talk. And as parents and your mama, you know how important that is. And so then I brought nurses over from Philippines. I had this vision of like, oh my gosh, you know, my life has changed because I was able to come to Australia. Because as Anna said, life is not easy over there. And so then I decided, I created this program and successfully brought people here. And then on one Saturday afternoon, a couple came to our house and introduced me to some supplements. And so I thought, well, you know what? I wanted to take them. So even before they finished the presentation, I wanted to join because I wanted to take the products. Because what happened to me a year after I quit my job, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I had surgery and radiotherapy. And so I knew that those products will help me. But that product, those bunch of products actually came with a business package. And I didn't want to do the business, but they took me to a meeting and I met this Chinese lady, and she was Chinese and top earner in Australia. And I'm thinking, hello, you know, like if she could do it, she could hardly speak English, maybe I can do it as well. So that's how I got into the space of network marketing, where I thought, I don't want to be a network marketer. But I tell you what, when I did my research and I saw what people were doing, it's like, that is no brainer to be the middleman for these amazing products to my customers and help women build their business from home. So like Anna said, I've been with our company for 2 years now, and I am so excited that we're opening in the Philippines, Anna.
Yes, yes. And one thing I forgot to tell you, and I'm definitely going to tell you this. So Josie, what she did when she joined our company, she did something that was probably the first person that ever achieved this. She became Elite Pro 7, which is 7 ranks up. Average earning income of a Pro 7, Elite Pro 7 is over $10,000 a month. So she achieved that in over a month, just over a month. So that's absolutely amazing. So I have to ask, how did you do this? This is just like really incredible story.
Yeah. So, you know, when I joined, I had, remember that when I joined, I already had 11 years, and we've got 2 dogs here. I had 11 years of experience. And so I came here with a plan. It's like, the way to become successful here is to be able to talk to as many people. So at that time, we were doing a lot of home meetings. And so it's all about exposure. It's the number of people that you're having conversations. So that's what I did. And that's what I taught to my team who came on board, and we made it so simple. So number one is that we talked to a lot of people. So meaning we had a lot of presentations. Now it's so good because we don't have to do what we did. Like, you don't have to fill your home with people. Now we don't. I use my phone and I use a little computer to be able to talk to people. So the way we build now is very different. So we talk to a lot of people. And so it's all about consistency and doing it many times every week. Because if I had a business, I would open my business every single day. So I'm not going to say like, I'm going to open now, maybe today I'm going to watch Netflix. So I knew that in order for me to continuously stay at home and be here with my kids and building a successful business, I have to be consistent. So it's talking to a lot of people, consistency, and really have the goal. You know, like my goal is to be able to replace my income from my other company. You know, having a goal is very, very important because that's what drives your activity. That's what drives your week to week volume, you know, for those of you who understand network marketing. And so that's all I did. And then we focus on creating the building block rank. Like, so we have a particular rank in our company. It's called Pro 3. And that's what I did. You know, I just look at how can I help people get to this rank. And we were, I think at that time in our first 18 months, we created 143 of those. And so it's incredible. And we had 9 people have all expense paid trip, you know, for the Pro 5 Summit. So it's an incredible opportunity that we have here in our company, Anna.
Yes, yes. And I know that you're also, in 2020, you were the global sales influencer as well, number one in the whole company. So that's really, really amazing. And why did you join Lifevantage? That's what I'm curious, because you were with a different company. What made you attracted to Lifevantage?
You know, a lot of people say to me, well, Josie, why did you move? You're a diamond director. So I built this business for 10 years and I got to a level of diamond director. So I was actually the top leader here in Australia, the English leader. So a lot of them are Chinese. And I always believe that there are things that would happen to drive you to a greater purpose. And so, you know, there are things that happen where I just lost my mojo. And then one day, July 2019, I was scrolling my Facebook and I saw our top scientist, Dr. Ryan Dixon. He moved to Lifevantage, and I go, oh my gosh, you know, what is this all about? And so then I learned about their red carpet program. It took me, it's not an overnight research. It took me like 30 days of watching TV, watching videos, you know, doing all my research. Then I flew to Salt Lake City and I had a look. I met the corporate staff. And so I decided to start in Lifevantage. There were 7 of us. Those 6 people actually shared a hotel, same hotel with me. We went to my previous company's convention. So I didn't plan to recruit them or anything like that. I didn't bring a whole lot of team, to be honest. It's like, no, I didn't. I left them all there, and the people who wanted to come, they just came. So that's how we got started. So I was looking for the products. So if I was already with a company with the highest rated products in the world. But then when I learned about activation, it's like, hang on, let me understand that this little yellow pill allows the body to produce millions of antioxidants. It turns on the genes that produce those antioxidants. So let me have a look at that. So I was doing a lot of studies and I watched a lot of doctors' videos, and it really like made me understand, wow, you know, like I was taking all this handful of pills because it works in different parts of the body, but really the root cause of a lot of diseases is what they call oxidative stress. And if our little yellow pill can do that, reduce that by 40% in 30 days, then that could be a game changer. And then I look at the business.
Sorry about that.
So this is good, you know, like moms, right? You know, work from home.
She's gonna be joining us.
Yeah, exactly. So this is good. And so of course, then I look at the business. So for me, I drive with the business because a single mom, I know how important it is to be able to create a sustainable income for the family. And so I wanted to look at the compensation plan. I wanted to look at the company. And I looked at all of this and put it all together. And I was confident that this is my next home. This is my final home. And so I'm so glad that I made that move 2 years ago. And now we're opening in the Philippines. So I'm so excited, Anna.
I'm so excited about that as well. And I know you're going to be going there, hopefully, right? Actually, into the country.
Yeah,
so.
When we opened. Yeah.
That's really amazing. So, so tell us a little bit about what was like something when you joined Lifevantage, what was like unexpected that happened that you maybe didn't think it was going to happen, like something that was good that.
Okay, I think, you know, to be honest, when we first started, I closed my door at night thinking, how can this be happening? It's like magic. We were growing and we were signing up like 90% of sign up. It was just happening. And it's kind of like in a short period of time, we're driving this momentum. So for me, those were the moments where I think, wow, this is what happens when you have certainty, when you have a clear vision, when you have a good vehicle and you're confident of what you've got to offer, and you're able to impart that to others and they'll do exactly the same thing, you will have a massive growth. So for us, for me, that is what happened. It's like the aha moments that we had were just growing very, very fast at that time. But I can tell you that it's not like 2 years of fast growth. That's what happened in our business. It's like you create growth and you bring a lot of people and you bring a lot of customers, you know, and then you can go into a plateau and then you build back again. And so that is, we learn and grow in this business. So that's the beauty about it, Anna.
Okay, come here. Come here. You cannot be talking right now.
It's fun.
It was actually my son that was here earlier. He opened the door and now like she heard me. So now she's
I
here.
understand.
So you already shared like your achievement, and I mean I cannot imagine like how it is to be like number one influencer, number one sales influencer, and having over 100 core ranks created in such a short period of time. So you really had created that momentum. What would you say like was your proudest moment? Was it that like getting all these people to Pro 5 summits, or maybe an incentive trip? What was like your best result that you're most proud of?
So for me, it's so we joined officially end of August, and I think it's the 9th of December, so it's like 2.5 months later, I was going to Maldives with my 2 daughters for the elite retreat. So for me, for them to think like, wow, what you can create, what the possibilities that you could create when you stay focused and when you take the action. So for me, that was my proudest moment when, we were met at the airport. We had our name on it. And then they took us to this boat. And it was just us. And they took us to an island. And that's where we had the incentive trip. So I think, that was my proudest moment, being able to take my children over there.
Yes, I 100% agree. I won a few incentive trips with Lifevantage, and the best part is like actually to take my kids. And yeah, and how they treat you and what they do for you is just incredible.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice? Because my audience is mostly moms who are looking for a better way. What would be your advice to them? Maybe they're like thinking they don't have the time to build a secondary business. They're already too busy. They're maybe working a job or having small kids that take up a lot of their time. I know that I was like 100% full when I accepted this offer and joined this opportunity. But what would be your advice to them? Like why it's important to create a plan B, to create a residual income, and to work from home and be your own boss?
Yeah, I mean, they're really good questions because it's what many parents are looking for. I think most parents, if you had a choice, you would prefer to stay at home and work from home and earn income from home. But I think a lot of times people are not sure about network marketing. And I can tell you that that is what the hurdle is for a lot of people. But now I say to people, it's a business where there's over 100 million people around the world are part of. And so it's a thriving community of people. It's a thriving industry because we are, all the support that you need to build this business is there. It's a low startup cost. Can you imagine starting a business with less than $1,000 and you get the products? There is no risk. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. There is no risk. But at the same time, we have a system that helps people to learn the skills, to use their phone, use social media, and invite people to a Facebook group. It's less complicated than it used to be before. So in the past, if you didn't have a lot of time, it's fair enough because I used to drive to people's homes to show a presentation. I used to go to a meeting and do a presentation. I used to do a lot of driving. I did 100,000 kilometers in my first 3 years. And so I tell you that it's very different that we do now. It's literally building on your face, on what you do anyway, which is on social media, connecting with people. So time could be 20-minute pockets of your day that you could fit in. Maybe it's your lunch break. It's all about those little mini sacrifices that we do. So having no time, like no money, little capital, $1,000, and you don't know how. People say, well, I don't know how to do this. We have hundreds of thousands of people who don't know how. A lot of people started knowing nothing. Anna would have started knowing nothing, but we have the training in place. And so you get to learn how to do it. And so there's a lot of support from the company and from the team as well. And the other one that people think about is really, it's like, I cannot sell. And I tell you what, you probably have gone to a movie and told people about it. Well, that is selling. We're selling all the time, but it's that concept of like hard sell. So it's not a hard sell. Can you imagine if I say to you, Mary, you know, I found this idea where I could work from home and use my Facebook, my phone and my Facebook to earn some extra income so I could stay home with my kids. You know, is that something that you're interested in looking? And so then if they're interested, then I invite them to our Facebook group. I tag them to a couple of posts, I share them a story. And if they want to know more, then I send them a few information. That's not hard sell at all. It's all about educating people so they understand what we're doing. And so now is a right time. It's a perfect time to build a side hustle because you never know. So they say that dig the well before you're thirsty, so to speak. It's if you're working full time, we have a lot of people who work full time who eventually transition to part-time and then this become their full-time gig. And so much opportunity, and you've got Anna and her leadership and the team, you know, the team support is there and the company support. So an incredible team with Anna. And I tell you what, she's amazing with the blog she's creating, the content that she's putting out there to serve the people, you know, to inspire moms like her and I to be able to really look at a way of being able to give value to people, offer some products and opportunity. And if they want to be part of it, like we could walk hand in hand and, you know, be able to inspire other people, inspire our kids as well. And that is the biggest benefit for me, is like what your kids see you do and what your kids see you do to inspire other people.
It's absolutely amazing. And I wanted to thank you so much for your time and this wonderful message. And if you haven't checked Josie's Facebook profile as well, Josie Tong, you gotta check it out. She's an amazing leader in Australia, building a team. Now we're going over and build in Philippines, which we're super excited. I know Josie's extremely excited because that's her home country. Where she grew up, and there's so many people that we can help over there. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great rest of the weekend, and we will see you in one of the events, hopefully when we are able to travel again.
Thank you, Anna, and thanks everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.